What's up, guys? And here we are. We're working on the Destruction Warlock, the last of the specs to be released in the Legion Alpha. What we're going to go over is the artifact review, abilities and talents, class hall update, and spell animations, just all in a complete first look. We've got a lot going on here, guys. But first, let's jump in and show you some skins. Here we are, guys. This is the base model skin. What we're looking at here is it's pretty decent for a base model. This thing's probably got some of the better looking skins that I've seen. As you can see, I mean, you've got green, you've got blue, I believe the others are yellow and red. We'll definitely get into these things, but I want them to kind of reflect to you guys, so you can end up taking a good look at what you've got here. It was a little bit on the dark side, so I did do a close-up vision so you guys can actually see what these really look like. Out of some of the artifact models, though, these are probably some of the better. This staff really cuts a cake, guys, especially this red style. I really enjoy it. It's got the lighter looking staff, but you got the red around it. The next style, though, which we should be getting to here in just a second, is absolutely gorgeous. The second tier on this, and as you can see, you've got like this eyeball that's floating in the middle, and it sprouts wings. Absolutely amazing. It'll do it in any one of the colors, and it's kind of got that Lord of the Rings feel with what is it, the Eye of Mordor or whatever that keeps looking around, which is cool as shit. It's really a neat looking staff, and this is the upgraded second tier of what you would normally end up getting. So this is slightly, these are gonna have to be unlocked later on down the road. But they look really, really good. And this is your third tier, guys. Again, a very nice looking model. They bulked it out a bit. They kind of put like some voodoo hex skulls on there. They've done that little half moon scythe thing at the bottom again, and I don't know what that's supposed to represent. But just so you guys know, you can end up seeing whenever we get into the actual playing. This has some crazy scaling. Like I'm playing an undead, and this thing is like 10 feet long. It's ridiculous. That yellow one looks really nice also. It stands out very well. I don't know what transmogs it's going to go with, but the next one I believe is probably one of my favorites with the red. Very nice looking, guys. You've got the flames coming out of the skull's eyes, or whatever that's supposed to be. I mean, it's just got so many effects running around it. And then these are your PvP ones. You've got your prestige level 1 right here. Not too terribly, I mean, it's pretty sick, actually. You've kind of got the whole wing thing that's out there completely on its own right now. And then this one's just absolutely sick also. Alright, guys, so at this point we're going to actually swap it over. We're going to go from doing skins into what the actual staff abilities are. Let's get into the staff abilities real quick. Your main ability that you get from it is a dimensional rift. It rips a hole in time and space, opening a portal that damages your targets. 45-second recharge. It gives you 3 charges. Pretty nice. Flames of the Pit just increases damage you deal with fire. Yeah, okay. Chaos Bolt has a 5% chance to refund 1 soul shard. That's always nice. Chaos Bolt right now costs 2 soul shards. So, Eternal Struggle. After casting Life Tap, you take 10% less damage for 6 seconds. Stacks 3 times. Chaotic Instability. Increase critical strike damage dealt by Chaos Bolt by 5%. Incinerate has a 15% chance to reduce the remaining cooldown on Dimensional Rift by 45 seconds. Basically, this is going to give you a stack back, which is really nice. Increased damage dealt by Incinerate by 5%. Cool. Reduce the cooldown of Unending Resolve by 30 seconds. More survivability. You've got a lot as Destro already, guys. Increase the critical strike chance of Immolate by 3%. More procs for shards. Increase the damage by Immolate by 5%. Stacks 3 times. Devourer of Life. Drain Life has a 15% chance to increase its damage of healing 5%. Transporting through Demonic Gateway heals you for 50%. Conflagrate has a chance to guarantee your next Conflagrate critically strikes. Basically, this is just going to increase your critical strike chance, which is always nice because that means more damage. So, Rain of Fire summons an Infernal for 8 seconds. This is kind of cool. I don't know how that's going to play. Impish Incineration increases Imp's Firebolt by 15%. And then increase the damage dealt by Rain of Fire by 5%. That's it, guys. We're going to move on. Alright, your abilities. You have Banish still. You have Chaos Bolt, which does exactly the same thing. It always critically strikes and your crit chance increases its damage. Command Demon, it's looking good. Well, same thing. Conflagrate, that's your main soul shard generator. Still 2 charges on a cooldown. Everything in here is still about the same, guys. You've got Drain Life still, does 24% of your health. It's really a nice deal. Fear's still there. Grimoire Service is my talent. Havoc is still there. A little bit changed. Basically, you mark a target, and then for 8 seconds, it takes all the single target spells that you do to another victim. Health Funnel's still there. Basically, gives health. Immolate. This is your other soul shard generator. 15% chance to generate 1 soul shard each time it does damage. It doesn't say that in there, but it is each time it does damage. And if it crits, it'll do it twice. Rain of Fire is still in, guys. Works the same, except it has a cast time. You have to cast this sumbitch now. Soulstone still there. Summon Demon. Ritual Summoning. Doomguard, 3-minute cooldown instead of a 10-minute like live. Summon Infernal still there. All of this is still the same, guys. And we'll get down here to our mastery. Unending Resolve's got a nice little immunity trait to it now, too. Your spells deal random amount of additional damage up to blank % damage. And, your damage is also reduced. It's very nice. And then you've got Soul H, which builds up your shields, basically. Kind of like the talent. It's no longer talent. It's baked in. So it's kind of a nice little deal. And here on the talent side, I did decide to take Backdraft. Casting Conflagrate reduces the cast time of Incinerate and Chaos Bolt by 30%. Roaring Blaze was not working. Otherwise, I would have used this. Basically, if you Conflagrate, it increases your Immolate damage to the target by 50% until it expires or refreshes. And then you've got Shadow Burn back. It costs 1 soul shard. Blast the target for a good amount of shadow damage. If the target dies within 5 seconds, you will get 2 soul shards. Didn't see it useful. Consumes 40% of your current mana to gain 10% increased damage. Fire and Brimstone is now baked into the talent system. Incinerate now hits all enemies near your target, and as you can see, that's why I didn't take it. Reduce the cast time of Chaos Bolt and Rain of Fire by 0.5 seconds. That was pretty awesome. Your Soul Leech absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 1%. That was an amazing deal. Demon Skin, if you're out of the fray, guys, you end up getting a good shield for a long time. Mortal Coil is the same. Shadow Fury is the same. Soul Harvest here immediately generates 5 soul shards. It's on a 2-minute cooldown. That looked like it would have some interesting gameplay. Cataclysm's back, but it's in Destro. And all it does is add Immolate and do some major AoE damage. Yeah, whatever. Eradication. Chaos Bolt increases damage you deal to the target by 12% for 6 seconds. Pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome spell, guys. Demonic Circle's the same. Now it's a talent. Burning Rush is the same. We've got Dark Pact. It's changed a bit. Sacrifice 20% of your demon's current health to shield you for 400% of the sacrificed health for, I want to say it's 15 seconds. if you have Grimoire Sacrifice, it'll do 20% of your health for a 400% shield. So it's still not bad. But Grimoire has changed a lot, guys. Basically, when you sacrifice your demon, you have a chance to do extra damage, and that's it. That is all. Grimoire service is looking best for single target, especially with this. More imps means more damage. You are able to maintain and control greater demons. Supremacy is just the new talent that lets you take on a Doomguard or Infernal. Wreck Havoc allows you to keep Havoc up for 20 seconds now. Channel Demon Fire launches 15 bolts of Felfire. That thing is awesome, guys, on your immolated targets. And then Soul Conduit, every soul shard you spend has 30% chance to be refunded. Blah. All these top ones are the same, so we're going to completely skip those, and we're going to go straight to Train of Thought. Damage increased by 15%. Being attacked will cancel this effect for 8 seconds. Curse of Tongues. It is back. Force the target to speak demonic, increasing casting by 30%. So basically, it slows their casting time by 30%, guys. Or increase their cast time. Whatever you want to say. Nether Ward is back also. Very different. Doesn't absorb magic damage anymore, but it allows you to reflect it for 5 seconds. Incinerate refreshes the duration of Immolate. Burning Legion. Cooldown of Infernal is reduced by 2 minutes, but the duration is reduced by 10 seconds in addition. It also, you can summon Infernal in an arena now, which is kind of crazy. Mind Quickness just increases haste. Curse of Weakness reduces the target's physical damage dealt by 25%. No more rogues eating your ass. When you use Hellstone, it also dispels harmful magic, disease, and poison. A lot different than what the original Spellstone was, but they're bringing it back. Fellfisher Chaos Bolt creates an eruption of Fellfire under the target, dealing shadow damage every 1 second and reducing all healing received by 50% for 10 seconds to all enemies within 5 yards. Firestone, instant 45 seconds, restores 2 soul shards, increases your spell critical chance by 100% for 7 seconds. Alright. Initiation, passive critical chance increased by 30% on targets at or above 80% health. Curse of Fragility, reduce the target's maximum health by 20%. Nice. It's kind of like a small or something like that. You gain 20% of your total health and permanent physical damage. Absorption Shield. This Absorption Shield slowly regenerates over time. So basically, you've always got 20% on a shield until you get in combat. Conflagrate deals an additional percent of damage to the target's total health and fire damage, but now consumes Immolate. Then Bane of Havoc. Replaces Havoc, curses the ground with Demon Bane, causing all of your single target spells to also strike targets marked with the Bane. Basically, it's like a 5-yard range. And we're going to give you a little walk through the class hall, guys. It's actually improved quite a bit. The class hall here is extremely, extremely nice. As you can see, there's some more clutter up into the air. The color textures are brighter. They still have work to do, apparently, because Felguards are like sitting on top of each other. These other new like generals that they got, the Infernals that are up there, but they've got these generals, they're just sick as hell with those axes. A lot more fire color textures. It's just looking really nice. I think the Warlocks have one of the better looking class halls. I mean, it is extremely nice right here. And you can see like this is some altar stuff going on over here. You can see on the left there's more. This is where you're going to see all your different artifacts basically and what they look like. And there's a couple more of those like general guards. They're really cool. You got some ghostly succubi here. Really nice. They've done a lot of work. They've done a lot of work in this one. Just to give you a comparison of how big these guys are to you, here's a close-up, and yeah, he's huge. He is huge. So we're gonna go ahead and take a walk on over, and we'll show you some spell animations as we give this tour. So we're gonna walk over and get us a little closer. Again, guys, for a first look, at the Destruction Warlock. A lot of the stuff was really buggy while I was trying to do this recording, but we're here, we're doing it, and you can see there's a lot of people out testing. That new Rain of Fire looks really good. It's like small meteors falling instead of whatever the hell it is on live right now. It just looks like a blur of red that comes down. So here's your Demon Rift, and you've got two that it'll end up doing. You've got the green one there that just does a Chaos Bolt style, and then there's a purple one that does a bunch of Shadow Bolts. Just spam Shadow Bolts. So here's the purple one. Looks really good. Now you are going to want to use the Imp as your Imp of choice or your pet of choice, and the reason for this, if you have a target immolated, Immolate plays a huge role in your build now. It always has, but it kind of got a little on the well, it's not that needed. But it plays a huge role, and Imps actually do 50% more damage to immolated targets now. So just something to think about. Really cool. So there's Demon Fire, guys. It's called Channel Demon Fire. It's a new talent and ability. Basically what it does is it channels to anything that's got Immolate. It can randomly end up doing it. It throws 15 bolts out. It's great on single target because all 15 bolts go to the same place, and it is a pretty huge damage. It works really, really nice, but yet you're really, the way this is kind of seeing how it plays out, I do have a gameplay video coming, but what it's playing as is you definitely want to end up playing more of a rotation now. What you're looking at is keeping Immolate up. You want to use your Conflagurate to build your shards, but you also want to kind of, the way I did it for the speed, so I would build up, I'd use my Chaos Bolt, get my Eradication up, go on Infernal as, and there's a neat little rotation play. I'll get more into it in another video, but these spell effects and the way this is playing is really, it's a lot better than what it is on live, to where you're just fire and brimstoning stuff down. But guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this, hit the gameplay and review, and we'll be right on it. Alright? Thank you very much.